Hello everyone, welcome to episode 37 of Donut's Minecraft videos. I seem to have hit a wall. I don't know. These three spawned in the first 5 minutes. It's been like 20 and nothing else has spawned. If you want to call it spawning, growing, whatever. And second of all, when recording, I believe I found out partly why my recording was only going to 25 frames per second. In Fraps, I had it set to 25 frames per second. I set it to 30. It should be a slight improvement. I don't want to... And the other thing, I need to know your opinion. I have a 1080p display. Most people won't be able to use it, but a lot will. Especially now that we're going to 4K displays. A lot of people get the older 1080p. Most people still don't have that. So, if you'd like me... I can get better performance, so more frames per second. Obviously that wall disappeared, but look how nice that is. Everything went in. Oh, that's awesome. Unless you're an idiot and you step on it. Ugh. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. So, again, there's a chance, again, this one won't go in the water stream, but whatever. There's a chance that this one will spawn. Whenever this one spawns, everything else goes. This one can spawn first, and nothing, it'd come up here or something and would be useless. But, every other time it should, every time it will eventually go there. So, my iron golem farm, I checked it recently. It was 45 iron, so that's cool. 3 pumpkins, 6 melon. Not a whole lot, but if I don't have to do it and it can just keep automatically running, that's going to be awesome. So, today I think we can work on like a cactus farm using the same principle. And basically we would have probably could probably do it right here. And we would just have the pistons, and one of them has a gauge, and we could even have it so that it's I got rid of all my redstone, but it's a repeater facing into one of them, and it can then detect if it goes, send the signal to all of the pistons, knocks it into the center, and we could actually do that so that it's every single one instead of every other, because it's not a budge switch. I think I could have done that this way. Whoa, that would have been cool. Maybe I'll have to redo this sometime, not soon, but maybe eventually. That's one way of doing it. Whatever. I like this way too. Again, we don't need a whole lot of pumpkins and watermelons. As long as it's automatic, and we don't have to worry about it, we're good. Okay, well, I'm gonna get started. So, I decided, you can't really make a cactus farm automatic. Well, you can, it's not gonna be very efficient. I'm just gonna do this, let him collect in a hopper. I think I'm gonna take it out of my sorting system, because I was thinking, what the heck would I use with cactus? I don't know. It's kind of something that I don't really need, so that's why I would just kind of let it collect here, have a couple stacks, and if I need it I can, and it'll always replenish, but I don't need to add it to my keep it in my sorting system. I can free up room for another item, whatever that might be. This will work, I believe. I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna put a hopper down here and check it out, because when it does grow and it does break, the question is how often will it go into the water stream? Not very often. Many times it'll go on top of here, many times it'll go here or here. It's a very low chance that it'll go here, because I think it can either go here, send it towards that way, which then it'd still land on top of here because there's a block there, here or here. So it's like a 25% chance, I believe. I could be completely wrong about that. So I'm going to get a hopper and just do that, and then we're going to actually work on a mushroom farm. I stuck the mushroom, nope, see, mushrooms. mushrooms. And make that completely automatic, because that is kind of useful. Kind of. You use them in, what's it called, soup, and you use it in some recipe, what's that called? Not enchantments, potions. So I would like to have it. So I'll be back. Okay, I think we're going to do this very similar to what we did here. This is slow, but if it keeps running, it'll eventually stockpile, because I won't use it completely too often, so it's not too bad. But ooh, I need to make sure we put some. I just don't want things spawning in here. That would be horrible. So I believe that should take care of it. That should take care of everything. Okay. It's probably too bright, but whatever. I'm going to use stone slabs. And what we're going to do is just stick them underneath the ground. Like that, and then put half slabs above them. We can't plant them, I realize, but currently. And then what we would have is gonna have to move these. And then we would have it on the same thing on the other side. And what we would do is have the stuff down there in two water streams this way. And we might have to shorten this so that we can put some redstone wiring in here. But what it would do is I'm going to have another bud switch. Automatic resetting one, just like this. And it's going to activate the water streams. So I'll probably try to do it so that it's all in one, and I'll probably have the bud switch somewhere down here so that it doesn't mess with the redstone down there. It'll be easier, and then it'll just have like that. This is what it would look like, except the water would be flowing only one way. And like possibly have sticky piston. Like that. And that. We could even just do more minimalist by doing this. It'll still block the water. Right? No. Yes. So that'll look cool. And then we can put for right now, we can do this. And then put the water down. Real quickly. This is gonna look really cool. I wonder if you can plant them at night. Since I don't want to like dig, but I might have to. We'll see. I will see. But that would be what it would look like, and then we could have like a water stream, or we could just have 3 hoppers, one going there, there, and then there, or there, there, and there, so that when the minecart comes, it'll come this way. It can go under that one and then come straight. It has to be going down at the time that it goes under that. And we can't have it go down when it's going under that, because then it wouldn't have been able to, it won't work. I don't know how to explain it. But, oh, look, cactus. But, none down there yet. I forgot to stick the hopper that I made. Wait, there's a cactus, so maybe there was one. Okay, we'll see. We will see. Stick this in here and we'll be able to tell. So this is going to be, the question is, how long do you need it to stay open? So it'll probably be, I don't know, like a few seconds. Let's try to do this. Ah. Oops, so when that powers that, it stops powering. But we can do this. Perfect. And then we can have the hoppers right there. And we could even do this, make it look a little nicer. Now we're not gonna, this is not how it's gonna be set up, but I think that kind of gives you an idea. It's kind of cool. I like it. Very simple. I like that. All these little individual, just small farms, but they work. But there's something under there. I wanted to try to wait and for the introduction have this work, like, so I waited for 15 minutes. And then it didn't, so I think I showed you the first time that it worked. I was just walking up to it and it went. I wanted to try to get it, but I thought there was a problem and there wasn't, so I would have had to wait like 20 or 25 minutes or something, and I just didn't want to do that for a 5-second introduction. But, whatever. So, I think I'm going to wait until it turns night and then see if I can put some of these down without having to worry. Should probably do this too, but we're gonna no. Okay, so that's gonna need to stay there. Doesn't appear that we can place these yet. Oops, wrong button. Block light, where is that? BL, where's BL? I'm never at block 11, block light 12, 8, 7, because of all these torches. I'm probably going to need to, what I'm probably going to have to do is cover it. And then go underneath. So that one would be right here. So how should I do this? There we go. That'd be funny if a creeper blew up. They can actually... They're different than zombies. They're not quite as dumb. Okay, so that'll work. Ooh. When I take that one out, it's going to kill that one when I put the hoppers down. That won't be good. Whatever. So we'll see if that works. We can then put, I believe... I believe that will be like a 0 block light. Should be. We'll see. We will see. It appears to be brighter over there, but that just could be... I don't know. Okay, so now we need to set up a bud switch. Once we see that it's working, I'll wait a while and whatnot. Okay, see ya. We got one. Whoops. Keep pressing the wrong buttons. So it can work, it just doesn't work often. And cactus grow nice and slow, just like the rest of things. I still don't really know how well I'm going to be able to do a wheat farm. I'm going to try to use one of these. And it's basically going to be sealed off, I think. This is what I'm planning on doing eventually. And it'll have an RS NOR latch, and what it'll do is it will it'll detect when a villager goes in. I'm gonna probably have like one designated villager that's allowed to go in, and it will detect when it goes in. It'll have a house in this, and that's it. So it'll have its own house, it'll always go there at night, and when it goes in, it'll detect that, and it will seal off this area so the villager can't come back in until however long it takes. I'm going to have to find out how long I want the timer to be, but when I set up the timer, it's going to automatically run for a certain amount of time, and then it's going to get rid of it's going to use water streams to get rid of all the wheat, and after that it will open it up again, and as soon as the villager goes in, it'll know that the villager went in because he stepped on the pressure plate, and then it'll know when he goes out by stepping on it again. So it'll be like a flip-flop. But if it gets timing wrong, like if it goes in and it shuts it off for a certain amount of time, that wouldn't work very well. So I need to make sure that he's not in there. So I may have two separate ones, like one inside of his house to register that he went out, because we need to make sure he's out when it closes it off. So after that, we're good. I was able to put the things in by putting some half slabs and getting it in without any light. So that I got that to work without getting rid of the mushrooms. So I'm gonna see. Oops, gotta do this. So that it can grow, but we can still see it, which is pretty cool. So now this is completely enclosed, completely airtight, if you want to call it that. I believe that's dark. I could be wrong. We'll wait a while and see, and nothing grows for a long, long time. We'll know. That's fun. Not all of it makes it, but the majority does, which is good. Okay. Stick this stuff in here, and then what was I gonna do? I believe I just need to wait and see. Yeah, this one's gonna be very slow. Okay, I'll see ya. Gotta try. Get something good. Not bad, but not great. Oh, this is already bad. Ooh. It's pretty good. I still want Silk Touch. Well, it'll be a really good general sword. It's diamond. It'll last a while. Okay. Well, just thought we'd do that while I was waiting for the mushrooms to grow. Wondering if there's a problem. I'm gonna have to wait a while longer. I'm gonna research mushrooms, how they need to grow. Maybe this wouldn't work. I thought it would. I know another way that I could do it, but I don't think that's letting light in. I made a test, but I could be wrong. It'd be a bummer. So what I've been doing is trying to connect the village to the sorting system, so I can start doing that, connecting it. So, whoops, forgot a track there. But I'm starting to make a channel with my new pick. It's awesome fast. It is amazingly fast. I mean, it is insanity. Insanity. I set up the system like we have normally. All we have to do is get the cart there, and the we could probably get rid of this. I was kind of marking where the general spot. I can get to it from beneath it, and then control it, dig up, so that I can find it if I need to do that in the future. There. And then we can adjust this when we're done with it. So, that'll work. I'm really hoping that mushroom thing works. Got a mushroom farm here. It's almost better. But it's not automatic, so that's why I want one that's automatic. Kinda hard to see, too. boom. So, whatever. Because of the fact that, we're making the thing here, we're gonna have to make the base somewhere around here, the base in this place, in the village. I wanted to make it closer to over here, but, I'm just gonna make it here since this is coming along here. And I couldn't move it. It'd use a lot of hoppers to move it in, so it'd be too expensive to be worth it. I know that mushrooms take a long time to grow, so I'm gonna wait a while longer, and I might still do some research on it. But, I think we're gonna work on this. I'm gonna do some research on that a little bit, and then I'm gonna continue doing this. I'll just make the path and then get the stuff going. Wow. Whoa, that's fast. That is so nice. And I've barely used any of it. It's just amazing. I'm breaking 3. So, I'm gonna go look that up real quick. So I don't think it's a huge problem, but I'm gonna change it anyways. The mushrooms look for certain characteristics, and I think we can improve our design a little. By doing it every other block. Boom, 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 boom. So if we do that, it looks for one of its own kind, so this should be plenty far enough away. And then we cap it back up. And I believe that should work better. We'll see, because if there's more than 9 mushrooms in a 9 by 9 area, 9 by 9 by 3, which there isn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But still, it would reduce the chances of having too many spawn. And I actually saw an idea that I thought might be good. We could possibly even use a better way of doing this one. Just use day-night sensors. Who cares if there's a whatever here? I like this, so I want to keep it. I think it's really cool looking. But it's a possibility we should just stick a little day-night sensor here. It'd be extremely easy. But for now, we're just going to wait so that I can actually whoa, and to have that. No. This is starting to work though. Look, I've got 4 already. So it's really slow, but it does work. So we'll see. I think I'm going to take this out now and stick it in here, because we know that it does work. It's slow, and it's not... Actually, wasn't I going to keep that in there? Eventually I'll move all my cactus over here. Get rid of all those so I stop killing myself. Not killing myself, but hurting it. So I think I'm going to just keep letting this try to grow, and then wait a very long time, and then we'll check on it in a while. But I think we need to start working on this. So, whoops. It's so fun, it's just so fast. So the problem is going to be this. How do we do this so that it's not going to be a problem? One thing, how far is that? That's 1, 2, yeah, that's plenty. So they can easily get under it, but I don't want them to be able to get over it. So what we could do is something like that. Then they wouldn't, then they could walk on it. So we can do this. That should be good. That should work. Okay. And then we'll need our station to be right here. This is going to be the main loading station. And then it'll go to all the farms. It'll have a cart, pick it up, and drop it off here. So that'll be cool. Really cool. Once we can get this set up. I'm going to need a lot more iron, though, than I currently have. So I'm going to get the rest of my tracks that I do have. We can try to set up this station. This is safe, right? Yeah, okay. These are all the rails I have left. So whatever I have left over, I'll just have to save up some iron, do it eventually. Because this is a lot. It's got a long distance to travel. And I still have to power it. So, we will see how long that takes. Hey, look, we made it. So we can make it here. We can make the station. I can make more powered rails. I was gonna say I got chicken, and I've got gold enough to make them. So I actually want this to come up, I think. I want it to be visible. I want this to look very active. That's why I want everything to be open. I'm gonna probably make even if I can close one of the farms, one of these things, I'd still probably have glass so that we can still see it. And this, like all this is open, you can see it all. I might want to move this wire to the other side so that I can open up this. So as you can see, it's moving there a lot. If I had hoppers coming all the way down and coming from each of these into it, it'd be a ton more efficient. But it's not a problem. Hey, look what we got. So it does work. At least we know that. Well, now I'm going to just get a day-night sensor and stick that on top, and that's really all we're going to have to do. It'll automatically go on and off. It won't be extremely efficient because of that. Or I could even put up a system where it, the piston, if it powers a piston with a block, sticky piston with a block, it can make a pulse. You can change how long you want it to be. Where is it? There we go. So hang on. I'm gonna have to do it a little bit differently than I had originally intended. I forgot what I was doing. So it's gonna be underneath, and then just got rid of my gravel. The station is gonna come into it on top. So it'll still work, it'll still be on top, you'll still see it, but this part isn't gonna be. And we need to make a system for this. What are we doing? Gotta remember how I did that. It was very similar. Basically what you do is you take a comparator, it goes to a redstone torch. We're probably going to have all this above so that I like to see it. I think it's cool. And then you place a block on top of that, and then you have something take the power out of that. So like that, and then you connect it to the I believe that will kill the hopper. But the hopper will be empty when we do that, so that doesn't matter. Question is, will it power it? Yep. So that's good. Set that up. Now all we have to do, so watch, if we do, great, don't have a hopper, minecart, whatever. Make this real quick. It would come in. And then when it comes in, this would drop some stuff in it. Helps when you put this there. And then you kill the cow and get cooked meat. Goodbye. So that's good. That's working. Don't need to worry about that. We'll just need to put a few more powered rails in. One right before that dip, and probably 4, like one there, one before the dip, and one there. It's 3, but whatever. You get my point. So we'll place one here. Doesn't need to look nice, we're covering this all up eventually. One here. And then one, like right here. Let me go make some more. Transition, slight transition. While I was here, I thought I might as well work on getting the meat, because currently it's not the cooked. I want it to sort out the cooked meat. So I believe I've got enough. Whenever cooked meat goes in here, but the raw meat will come and get cooked, so we can resort this. We'll stick it back in the sorting machine, it'll automatically go through, get cooked, and then go to that. Just like the chicken. Very cool. I love this. It's all coming together very nicely. Okay, I'll meet you there. Probably gonna do a few actually. Like one here, so that we don't have to worry. It'll be slightly faster. I'll sleep and then we can test it. Okay, so let's test it. We're gonna stick some dirt in here, I believe. Yeah. So let's do that real quick. And then it needs to come back, and that means it worked. This comes down and then it powers, sends only a pulse. Going a lot faster this time. That's good. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome, awesome. It comes here and waits for more. So this is the station. We'll probably have only one station come into here, or two possibly. We'll have it come out. One coming this way, so the minecart would come in here, drop it off. I'll have a line of hoppers, and then one coming this way. The one coming this way would be from collecting all these farms, and then the one that goes for the wheat farm, potato farm, carrot farm, whatever we have farm would be there. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, sounds good. Now I just need to make it look nice, so cover it all up. I believe this is done, right? Right? Yeah, I think we're done. Cool. And yes, I want it to look like this. If you guys don't want it to, I can cover it up. I can, yeah, it's about the best I could do. I can't make it any lower, I don't believe. I probably could, but I like it. I like to, because it'll look active, it'll be constantly moving, carts will be constantly coming. I want them to be the carts to be above ground, and they'll be constantly running around doing things. It'll look active, it'll be cool. Like this will be going off at night, this will be going every once in a while. This only runs when we tell it to and when villagers stop messing with it. And I've currently got one that's not working. That guy got stuck. He's been there for a while. Nope, just stepped on it again. Darn it. So this will just look very active, and I like that. It'll be hard on my processor, but we will fix that by getting a better one, so hopefully soon. And if I do a world download, you better hope you have a good computer. My graphics card isn't quite good enough, but I mean, it's fine for this world. It doesn't need to be better, but a processor is what I need, because Redstone is more processor intensive than graphics intensive. All the pistons and stuff, I think that's more graphics. Sorry about that. So let me check the time. I don't know how much time I have, but I really like how this is all coming together. Way over, way over, way over. Sorry. I do that way too often. I need to have preventative measures, like keep a timer or something. I don't know. It's constantly calculating how much I've used. I really don't know how to. I always do that. Have like a stopwatch that I can, when I'm recording, I just touch it and I could record how long I've been recording approximately. But other than that, it is working, so this is cool. Very cool. Thank you guys for watching. See ya.